Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. I'm out here in the garden this morning and I think I'm gonna harvest my biggest tomato of the season. So I wanted to take you along. It is a fasciated blossom, which is when two tomatoes grow together. From an Ozark pink plant. You see that thing? I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna cut it at the stem. Oh. Because I'm afraid it's gonna break. Oh my God. And I did cut another one off with it, but it is blushing. So that's okay. Hold on. There it is. Look at the size of that thing. So that's called cat facing, and it is from a fasciated blossom, which is when there's more than one blossom that fuse together, but they still create their tomatoes, and then they grow all together. Look at that thing. It's huge! There it is next to everything else in the basket. Here is another example of that, and this is actually a better example of that. This is all one piece, and I'm gonna end up having to cut it out. It's not very edible, but it sure is fascinating. I'm gonna cut this out because this great big portion is all ripe, so I can use all of this. There's a better look. You can see there's just blossom ends sticking out everywhere. And that is how it developed. See all those blossom ends. So this is probably 4 tomatoes that all grew as one. Heirloom varieties do this. It's not uncommon. It's something that they bred out of your hybrid varieties. The varieties that you buy at, Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart to plant in your garden. Those are all hybrid varieties that have been bred to be more ideal producers, and it's because of things like this. I mean, this isn't sellable. This is a very imperfect tomato, but it sure is cool, and that's why I grow heirloom varieties. Let's see how much this monster weighs, shall we? That's grams, 513 grams. Or 1 pound, 2 ounces. It is the biggest tomato of the season. Moving into the kitchen, our bone broth is done for the dogs. This is homemade chicken bone broth. My recipe for that is basically we just save our bones from our chickens when we strip the meat. And put all the bones in the crock pot and then fill it up with water, just so that it covers the bones, and add about 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And the apple cider vinegar helps draw all the nutrients out of the bones. And then it sits on low in the crock pot for 3 days. And then I turn it off and allow it to cool to a point to where it's not super hot. And then I'll put it in a jar and it'll go in the fridge, cool completely until all the fat rises to the top and congeals, and then I'll skim the fat off the top because the fat's not good for the dogs. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this bone broth in the jar. Well, we're gonna need a bigger jar than a half gallon today. I think I can just go for it here. Ooh. All right, so we got 3/4 of a gallon, which will contribute nicely to the next batch of dog food. And as you can see, this is the fat line. That's the fat that's already risen to the top. So there's not much fat in these chickens. But this is still warm to the touch. So I'll put this in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'll skim off the fat. Back outside, I need to water my plants. Here's a little update on the ginger. It's doing quite nicely. I haven't harvested anything, so I'm not sure, you know, what it looks like underneath there, but we have quite a bit of plants, you know, popping up, so I think it's doing fine. Here is Bosa's dog food for the evening, but this is what our home cooked looks like, and that's all that broth is what you see is liquid there, and then rice and chicken, shredded yellow squash, and some egg is what is in this batch. And she is ready. There you go, sugar. Enjoy. Oh, Missy Rescue. You weren't out here when I dished everything out. Oh my goodness. Almost missed the food train. Oh, Missy Rescue. Here is Missy Rescues. Okay. Okay, my hair is always so crazy on days that I work inside the groom shop. I just checked the brooder, and the brooder is at the correct temperature. And so let's get these beep beeps out of the incubator. We have got chicks that have hatched, and we had one that hatched yesterday, 2 days early. And we've had 4 hatch since then. So they are dry and they are ready to go out to the brooder. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab them and get them out to the brooder. Completely disrupted your dinner, didn't I? Oh my goodness. All right, here they are. Let's take them out to the brooder. Whoa. Okay. Get a hold of them. Dip their beaks in their water and set them underneath the light. There we go. They're just itty bitty little farts right now. They're so cute when they're this small. This will be batch number 6 this year out of, or in this program that we're doing, you know, to raise our own chicken. This is the 6th batch that we've hatched out of the incubator so far this year. So that's good. And with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I hope you had a great day. Thanks for coming along with me on a little bit of mine. And I just didn't want you guys to miss the baby beep beeps going out to the brooder. I will catch you on the next one. Yours truly.